Hey, it's Jeremy from Jeremy.net, and I wanted to do a quick video just to talk about an idea that I've been experimenting with in terms of helping with my proportions when drawing the figure. And I've been playing with this idea of drawing towards the torso. And the idea of this is at the gesture stage, when I'm blocking in my thumbnail of a figure, is instead of drawing kind of from the top down and drawing the figure, I've been trying to experiment with the idea of starting with my gesture of just a line for basically the spine, really. And kind of figuring out, from the top of the head to wherever the pelvis is going to be. And then maybe even blocking in very simply, a shoulder line and a pelvic line. But now where things change is normally the way I tend to draw is working from the torso outward. Usually saving the head for last. But kind of drawing the torso, then drawing the legs and arms outward. But what I've been experimenting with instead is looking, just in comparison to the torso, about where I think the feet are or the hands are, and then kind of dropping a plumb line down to where I've established the ground should be. Not necessarily dropping a plumb line, but just kind of visually moving down and saying, all right, if the foot is out about where the shoulder is, to draw in the foot and then work my way back towards the pelvis. And then with the other foot, maybe this foot is actually standing back a little bit, and draw up that way. Then with this other hand, maybe having this hand folded outward and then in. And this hand, maybe the hand is just hanging off of the hip and draped towards the side, and then lightly circling in the head. Now from here I can go in and just add volume to each of the portions, kind of round out the pelvis. Give a simple cylindrical shape, blocking in that rib cage. But the important part really is everything I drew just before that. From here, it's my simple standard process of just trying to give the elements that I drew in volume. But I find that starting with the ends of the limbs, from the feet and the hands, and drawing towards the torso, is giving me some interesting results in terms of helping me work out my sense of proportion by starting with the extremities and working backwards. It's kind of similar to the idea of a lot of times when I'm drawing a figure, I will start by just making a single light line and decide that's going to be the height of the figure, because I know that halfway between that is the base of the pelvis, it's the height of the head and the torso. And then the other half are the legs. So it's a way to very simply block in, even with a stick figure, to just block in simple proportions. And I thought, why not see if there's a way to do that while actually capturing the dynamics of a pose that isn't just standing upright. I'm trying to capture the dynamics of where the hands and feet are positioned, and just trying to get myself to think more about the whole of a gesture, as opposed to just starting with the torso and building out piece by piece by piece. So, and I'm not saying that this is the be-all, end-all of ways to construct your gesture. In fact, it's a relatively new idea that I've been playing with, but I find that it's changing the way I think about the figure as a whole at the gestural stage. So it's helpful for me at the moment, and I'm going to continue playing with it. And maybe it's something that you might want to play with too. That's it for now. Go be creative.